Sophie, can you say a few words about the highlands and what you can see the difference between the Tequila Valley, how you can.
And so to bring you better for the trip, so Tequila Valley, as we said, is like a valley. There's the volcano. So the ground is like more dark brown. So imagine now you take your car, you drive 3 hours, so you go through Guadalajara, and then you arrive to the highlands. So little by little, it's going to go up, 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 and you can see the changes. You can see that the soil is getting more red, and it's a different feel as well when you see the ground, how it is. The temperature as well, as we are higher, we are going from like 800 meters up to almost 2,000 meters. So during the night it's going to be cooler. So it's different, completely different characteristic from the two areas. And in the highlands we will find tequila that will be generally, it's never exactly like this, but if you taste them, they will be some little bit like some character fruity. And there's some as well some spiciness you can find from the plant, which will be different from the lowlands. So there's characters that you will find because the agave come from this area. There's something very important to say from now, and we will check it after with the process. Important are the plants, where they come from. It will give like a first direction about how will become your tequila according to where your agave come from. But of course, the process you will do after will continue to define the final product.
Okay, let's do it now. Let's go to the first part, which is really important also to the production of tequila, which is harvesting.
So let's say about why we love tequila, honestly. So there's so little you can do in production that like tequila production is so well protected by law. You can only do very little bits differently. Harvesting is done like you can do like blue agave. It grows like 7 to 9 years. There's no other plant you can use. You have to wait 7 to 9 years. You have to cook it. You can either cook it in an autoclave. You can cook it in a horno. It has to be cooked, but with steam, so no wood, no smoke.
And something important at this part is that it's not like you can say that the autoclave or ovens, mild ovens or anything. It's like a better tequila, or if it's autoclave, it's a bad tequila or whatever. Okay, that's for sure. That's another type. It's different process, so you cannot like judge it.
We went quickly beyond the agave, but it's really the agave that has everything to do with agave spirits. Guess what? Is that sort of self-evident? Agave spirits is everything to do with the agave. Well, what about it? For the tequila, blue agave, average 8 years. There are some raicillas, which are a kind of agave spirit, 31 years for their plants to grow. I've seen them in Pare de Sufrir in Guadalajara. So what's the significance of that? Well, it's very different to all the other spirits that we use, grapes, cane, wheat, corn, other things. Imagine that the hot Mexican sun energy is concentrated in those agaves. So what if all that energy is in there, even through the production of fermentation and distillation, etc., and that energy enters us, and we get intoxicated, drunk, we get high in a very different way. Most of you have drank tequila, you have drank other things, and perhaps you have been aware of the difference in the high from it. There's certainly a different flavor, and that's a whole talk, which I will be doing tomorrow. So now I'm selling tickets to tomorrow's talk, okay? I'll talk about the flavor more tomorrow. And yes, I don't know, we have to check the program.
Mexican time, maybe.
The basis of the agave is really, really very important. Where's
So
George?
if you go through the process, is the milling. We are not going to go into details because we don't have time. Probably we're gonna stay inside the bar. So the fermentation. Sophia actually is really expert in the fermentation. She studied on it and has so many things to talk about. I don't know if you want to say a few words about it.
Fermentation is life. If you can just remember that at the end is where everything is created. So basically we have a beautiful plant. We have all the energy inside as Thomas has been saying. So as we say, we have a plant. Imagine from the beginning 1 year, 2 years. So imagine 8 years in your life what it is. We cut it. We cut everything. Then we have to start over, when we will plant again. So this plant now we are going to cook it, ferment it, and ferment it is like a work between the agave and the yeast that will be fermenting the agave juice. So fermentation is in very short words. You have the juice with your sugar, and the yeast are going to eat the sugar and transforming into alcohol. And it's where you will, at the end, have all the character into this. So if you don't have the yeast, you will not have the final character into your bottle. So it's where life is happening. And the next process is when we will distillate, basically we separate. There's still some reaction happening in the pot still. It's not just removing things, but all the characters that has been into the...
And it's not only pot stills. You can see stainless steel stills, right? And which is gives another character or something. But let's go a little bit. We're not going to talk about Blanco, Reposado, Añejo. Everybody, I think, knows that. Greeks down in Mexico, we made a really nice trip last September. We was 4 Greeks. We went down there. Yanis, George,
So
me.
we went to La Alteña. Thomas was not there.
We went actually for 10 days. We've been to 12 distilleries of tequila and 1 for raicilla. That was amazing trip. And our favorite place, we knew about it, but we never been there. But we loved it since the first sight. It was La Capilla in Tequila Town. Over here you can see in La Fuente, which is right in the center of Guadalajara. And of course, together with the mariachis, right?
So this is Don Javier from La Capilla. You had the batanga. Tequila Coke, Charo Negro, or with the salt, it's called a batanga. It's his creation. The Paloma is all his creation. The weird thing about Paloma is that you can only get grapefruit soda in Mexico. Now you can get it in Greece.
From him. He's the one. Hey, he's coming soon, coming soon.
It's that weird thing with a lot of salt that came to you. The Sangrita and hopefully, we're gonna wrap it up. Hopefully, Sophie and Tomas were able to communicate the Mexican culture because it's more about the music, the having fun. But I think hospitality is a really candy that we all speak of. Today in Mexico, they've been doing it for like 80, 100, I don't know how long, 200 years. They know how to get people to have fun and communicate. It's not about the drinks, about the communication in the environment. And because we believe, I hope Sophie and Thomas believe, that Mexicans do it better, it's the point of this seminar.
We want you to be like really quick. We have an issue like Mexico vs Europe. This is we have to compare like how they do it in Mexico and how, as a bartenders, for example, I used to work in a Mexican bar, George the same. But how we take the drinks from Mexico and we transform them somehow, as you can see, the Paloma or something, into the Europe. Thomas, from your experience, do you see a big trend is coming up from tequila and mezcal? You saw it all around. That's a new trend coming up. It's like a tsunami of tequila and mezcal coming in Europe.
Very, very much so in Europe, but all around the world. I think, Sophie, you've probably seen that too. This thing that tequila is still arriving, and then there are newer people, the earlier adapters, the ones that want to be in front of everybody. They are they're looking for the next new thing, which is mezcal. And even beyond that, there are other agave spirits newer than mezcal, like raicilla and bacanora, which we were saying. So there's a lot to discover. There's a lot of new things coming up. I think one of the appeals of mezcal is that it is one of these products. Nick Strangeway was just talking earlier about slow food and home grown things. I think mezcal appeals to that sort of consumer, the consumer that wants something with meaning, wants something that is made specially for them and not commercially, not mass produced. And certainly mezcal has that appeal to those people, along with tequilas which are made with heart and love.
And something that we should be really proud is that the bartenders succeed at, right?
I would say so, yes.
In my point of view.
Yes.
So, just one more thing before we close is that there is not a bad tequila or a good tequila or whatever, because there's so many things coming up and we're talking about every day into our daily life behind the bars. So it's like the tequila you like the most, right? Do you guys do you agree for that?
Yeah, it's
The
what
flavor
is-
profile and everything.
what you can compare if you see different kind of spirit. Again, well, I'm French at the beginning, even if I'm now almost becoming Mexican. But it's in cognac. What I've been hearing is that people, when they have people visiting their distilleries, they just see their distillery, and it's like, hey, don't go to see the others. What I really love and why I fall in love with Mexico is the kind of embracing feelings that we have in the country, between the tequileros as well. So when people are coming into town, we all take our phone and say, hey, there's some people from Greece coming. We should receive them in your distillery. We should show them around. It's like you're proud to, to make people feel what is Mexico, feel what it is, and experience all these tequilas.
Exactly.
As you said very well, there's no one good tequila. Everybody should taste, see what's the feeling into yourself.
Even if
know
it's
what you
like
prefer,
a normal
basically.
tequila or it's 100% agave tequila, it's different product. They're really versatile, and even to the best, one of the world best bars, which is La Capilla, the people are having el tequileño, which is a mixto tequila. Okay, I don't like to use the word mixto.
you hear that,
And they
Simon?
all are in love with it, right?
Yes.
So, any questions or something? No?
Everything was
Okay.
clear.
Really good or really bad?
If we go back
Okay.
to Greeks in Mexico,
All right.
I would say that one. Go to Mexico and experience it for yourself. Mexico is a wonderful, rich, inviting culture, which is very compatible, I think, with Greece. It is all a kind of Mediterranean mentality. And so go there and see it for yourself and enjoy it. And be ready to change your life, as Julio Bermejo says.
And if you can't go, you take a sip of tequila, mezcal, raicilla, or whichever agave spirit. You close your eyes, you listen to some music, you just, feel what it gives into yourself, and you will see maybe, I don't know, spiritual things.
So thank you guys very much. We're already late.
Thank you.
We have to close.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Stelios.